Greetings everyone, Silverfang Dancer 98 here, this time with a new channel content video. In this case, I've been studying up about how to become a fitness trainer recently. And I've also come to realize that there's one thing that might be important that people need to know. Fitness is good, but diet plays a key role. You see, exercising, no matter how hard you train, no matter how well you put in the work, it's only going to constitute about 30 to 35% of your health and development body-wise. In this case, the key part that comes from the rest of it is going to be your diets. Now, I'm not going to be giving you anything super big or super important to write down or anything like that, but it's mostly just a couple friendly tips right now to help you understand that there is a way to improve your diet without having to make too big of a change like all of a sudden. The last thing you want to do is make a big change to your diet, and then a week or two later you go, I can't keep eating like this, and relapse to your old diet that was making you chubby or uncomfortable with your body type. In this case, what you need to do is actually change the way you eat. But just to give you a starting tip, considering this is just supposed to be the introduction to this series, think of it like this. The main goal here is you need to cut down on the sugary treats. Now that's basic. That's going to be told to everyone. You need to cut down the sweets, you need to cut down the desserts, you need to cut down anything that's super sugary or snacky. But here's the thing. You don't want to do it all at once. What I'm giving you is a little tip I like to call weaning yourself of the sugary. So in this case, the weaning strategy is this. Say like you're used to taking like, say, a basic Kit Kat bar or a small like Three Musketeer bar as dessert every night. Like that's your one dessert every day. Thing is, that's every day. You're doing it daily as on a week. So even if you work out, even if you eat good the rest of the week, you're still getting a sugar intake that technically, while not hurting you, definitely isn't helping you. Now, to wean yourself from this, just an example, like say like you do a bowl of ice cream every night, just like 1-2 scoops. To wean yourself from that kind of diet, you need to do slightly less. Say that Kit Kat bar example, break it in half, save the other half, just eat the half. One Musketeer bar, break it in half, you eat half, save the other half. It's all about taking it down bit by bit. Now, if you had the 2 scoops of ice cream example for your dessert every week, what you do is you do a slightly smaller scoop after the first full scoop. Slowly train your body to need less and less dessert unless you crave less and less. If your body gets used to that bit by bit, you'll see a change in your diet. Now, try this every week. In this case, the rest of the week, your diet stays the same. But every week, because it's going to be a multi-step process, it's going to be a couple of weeks for this to fully take hold. At first, you take it slow, like these small weaning steps, slightly small scoops each time you make a scoop. Make half your dessert get into your mouth, but the other half you save away. And as you go through each week, eventually you'll be able to go for 1 day per week, no desserts. The other 6 days, you can keep your small desserts or your 2 scoops of ice cream. But eventually you'll have to wean that down too. And eventually you'll be working your way through each week and removing a whole day every week or so. Now, eventually your goal is to get a small piece of dessert, like maybe a single scoop of ice cream, maybe a single cookie. Now, don't cheat and say, oh yeah, this is my dessert day. Bring out a big old chunk of cookie that's almost a foot wide. Don't do that. That is counterproductive to what you're trying to do here. In this case, just keep it to 1 scoop of ice cream, 1 basic sized cookie, or even just the 1 Oreo. Your main goal is keep it small, keep it condensed. You see, the way to move away from sugar, in this case, trying to remove the need for it in your diet, is doing it step by step. The last thing you want to do is go, all right, I used to eat 7 days a week, every dessert, every night. In this case, I'm going to go cold turkey and do no sweets. That's how you don't do it. Because otherwise you relapse, be like an addict, and you go straight back into gorging yourself on sugar every night because your body's going, I need it. But if you move away a bit by bit, like I just recommended, you'll see a world of difference. Because here's the thing, there are replacements for these options. In this case, take Quest for instance. Sure, it's cookies that are frosted cookies, but thing is, they are protein based. They're gluten free. They're protein cookies. In this case, they're meant to give you calories and also give you small sweet tooth fillings in this case. What they do is they allow you to fulfill the need for sugar without having to go on all the unhealthy chemicals, ingredients, and processed parts of it. So the Quest bars and cookies and all the things like the Pro protein bars and such, or Kind bars even, those are all have sugar in them, but they all also are much healthier than regular sugar treats. If you need to go cold turkey, use those as replacements. Don't go full cold turkey and remove every piece of sugary piece of your doing it every day. Use a replacement, a healthier replacement. Go find natural cookies, non-GMO organic cookies. Go find lactose-free ice cream. Go find leaner ice cream. Whatever helps. Whatever you do, find a replacement at first to help you wean yourself from sugar. Because the last thing you want to do is go cold turkey and relapse. That counterproducts everything you just tried to do. As a whole, just give it a shot. Try and wean yourself bit by bit. Replace the unhealthy stuff with slightly less unhealthy stuff, like the Quest bars and protein bars. Because even though they are technically protein bars and more healthy for you, they still only do so much in the good department, considering they're still using bases like birthday cake flavor, triple chocolate chunk, or Reese's peanut butter cup flavors, that kind of stuff. That's still a sugary treat. As a result, what you need to do from there is just try and wean yourself off. Use these to replace your old desserts and then slowly wean yourself off and eat only a couple bites of this and save the rest for later. Once more, same strategy. Eventually, you want to try and get yourself to just one dessert a week, or even one dessert every 2 weeks, or even a week and a half, as long as you can get yourself down to maybe minimum. Actually, in this case, maximum 4 desserts in a month. You want to do a maximum 4 desserts in a month. Because what you want to do is make sure you don't go cold turkey and remove it, because there are some things we need from the sugar that's processed nowadays. That's why you don't want to remove it all the way. But also you don't want to rely on it. As such, you just gotta try and reduce. Main goal here, reduce. Now, this will just be it for the introduction to the nutrition tips. I'm going to be making more videos on also exercises, as well as more nutrition tips for you to continue on. But for now, this will be the first nutrition tip video that I'm posting here. Now, if you enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you enjoy more of these videos, let me know what else you'd like me to ask, or in this case, discuss. Ask me about if fruits are good for you versus vegetables as snacks, or if you want to know some healthy alternatives to your basic breakfast of bacon, eggs, and toast. Because there are healthier breakfasts you can do that are just as delicious, believe it or not. In the meantime, though, this will be the end of this video, as it's just the introduction. Please let me know what else you'd like me to cover, and I'll also be getting into the exercise tips soon. Once more, let me know, and I will see you guys around. Once more, this was Silverfang Dancer 98, signing off.